What's going on, guys? I'll go ahead and start this off by saying, excuse my attire. I just got done, duck hunting, and I was definitely sore from the hike. It was pretty long. I'm pretty sure that was a mile, maybe a mile and a half. I'm not 100% sure. A round trip, but I am sore, but I am happy because we got one. Me and my uncle shot so close together. It looked like my shot may have hit it, and nonetheless, I did take it home and smoked it and ate it, and it was delicious. But that aside, I'd like to go ahead and talk about some more completionist stuff. This is stuff I didn't know about, mainly because I wasn't a subscriber to them, and all I know about is the controversy they had recently. Other than the few videos I have watched where it was Zelda-related, Nintendo-related content that I have to say I enjoyed, this is something I did not see coming. Now, there is a guy named Greg. Now, anybody that knows the Completionist better than I do will know who Greg is. I did not know who this was. And he is adding fuel to the fire. Needless to say, he's literally staying out of it as much as possible until he needs to be in it. And I think he's doing a pretty good job at, adding a little bit more oomph to this whole thing. Now, excuse me while I get some of this from a wiki article, basically, called Super Bearded Brothers. And I'd like to go ahead and let you understand that, first and foremost, do not ever take everything from Wikipedia as godsend, because it's not always 100% true. So I'm treading on some shitty water right now, because I'm going to go ahead and speak on what I'm reading on here, which almost seems to line up with pretty much everything that's going on. So if you don't know Greg, he was with the Completionist. Now, this is stuff I just found out recently because he decided to reopen his Reddit account, which has sparked some more controversy. Now, to state the least, pretty much what happened is he started with them and ran about what looks like a year. I might be wrong with this because I'm just going off of one of the first episodes he was a part of, which had something to do with Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which is kind of, I think, weird because it's one of my favorite games. So, being that's unrelated, let's get back to what I'm talking about. So, basically, around 2015 is basically when this started happening. He removed himself. Greg left, and they kind of stated, pretty much a joint confession was they privately were not friends for whatever their reasons were. And then it was around 2017 is when the same man decided to ask him to remove all videos or clippings, anything to do with Greg himself. So that's actually what ended up happening. He did actually remove everything, and he was not going to be returning on any of it. That should tell you there is some poo in this water. It's definitely stained. It is bottom of the trash can forbidden soup type shit. That's 120 episodes being whether fully removed or getting stuff removed from it. The odd thing is why it's so relevant today. I mean, this is years ago, but the reason why it's so relevant is because, like I said, he reopened a Reddit account to at least give us just a little breadcrumb, just a small smidgen of what's going on from his point of view that he legally feels like he could, apply. Now I'm going to read this kind of directly from it. See, he says, the way I was taught to deal with difficult situations was to poke fun and jest until the problem becomes easily accessible or solved. I feel the same, bud. This absolutely drove a stake between Gerard and myself. He brought up to me multiple times, but old habits are hard to break. I'm at fault here. The truth is, Gerard and I's friendship had been rough over the years prior to falling out. We had been slowly drifting apart. I value time with my wife above all other things and live the furthest away from the office. There are certain fundamentals that we will always disagree on. Perhaps that is one reason why we work so well together. We truly are very different people, which makes sense. Look at Mythbusters. That's usually a go-to thing. Opposites with the same feeling can usually combat that and make a decent show. I like to get my work done quickly and efficiently, then be on my way home. However, I feel I was removed due to our failing friendship and punished by the business that I had no protection in. Gerard and I never worked out a contract between each other because we were best of friends, and rather naively, I assumed that we would always take care of each other in the end, so we did so many years prior. So this is apparently from the Reddit thread or the Reddit post he put. Now I'm going to go ahead and state this, that it seems what he's doing is as professional as you can get from a falling out, a situation they had to deal with, and not to mention pretty much the overall dire problem that is pretty much the Completionist right now. Hello, I'm not comfortable revealing anything privileged that I know about the situation currently. I imagine that the family is under heavy scrutiny. Any information that I might be able to provide will be provided to the proper authorities should they come asking for it. That being said, I'm happy to say My hands are entirely clean in this situation. The whole ordeal is one of the exact reasons why I had him remove all of my videos. I had a feeling that there would be some sort of controversy associated with that family after my departure, and I wanted nothing to do with it. I didn't want my face plastered all over the headlines about an issue that had nothing to do with. Thank God I did, because damn. Yeah, damn it is. It's definitely getting a lot worse as the days go past, especially with whatever information he might have. I mean, I think the Completionist is going to have to back out of some of this whole lawsuit talk. It hurt to have everyone turn on me in the past, but that is pale in comparison to the hurt that the public feels now, especially the donors directly affected by dementia. They thought their money was actively helping a cause, not just by being amassed for an ego-stroking donation to be made many years later. They have every right to be upset. That's a bold way to say it, but I don't think that's untrue. To those of you that have been asking how I am doing, I'm just fine. I live gratefully each day with my loving wife and 2 wonderful children. It warms my heart that there are people out there who finally remember my sense of humor and that life is brought to our show. Even those of you that hated my personality back then, and even still, sometimes we need a punching bag, and I was happy to be there along for the ride. I have no plans for any content creation or an online presence in the future. Then again, who knows what will happen next? Pretty sure if he did that, he'd probably blow up instantly overnight. I might respond here and there to people, but please don't be offended if I can't afford everyone a proper response. I'm simply too busy playing banjo for my children these days. That is, that's a weird one, playing banjo. I don't know anybody that's played banjo besides my grandmother, and that's, over here in the South. It's kind of expected. Thank you for your time in the past and for your time reading this now. Now go out there, get some exercise, eat some tasty, healthy food, visit the family and friends, and enjoy the short time that we all have on this earth. Greg, in case you haven't figured this out already. But this is actually fairly new news. I didn't see it coming. I was already doing a video about the Completionist comment section because I was seeing a lot of people saying, well, it isn't done. I was like, well, it can't be done. Let me check the comment section. That's when I ran into all that, hilarious comments. But yeah, this right here is just kind of an eye-opener that somebody straight up is saying, yeah, he was pretty much a piece of shit before this. So basically, I know I made a comment that apparently this guy has been all, stage. It's been a stage act from apparently the beginning. And I stated something similar to that effect, that it seems like he wasn't as good as he's been pretending to be. And with somebody that worked with him so hard, it seems like it's entirely true that he was not fun to work with, that this guy had to leave it to them. He didn't want to have anything to do with it. He washed his hands, and good on him that he did. Now he has, his family. He's been taking care of them, and I guess they're doing good. But yeah, that's about all I got to say about that. That was just a small update. Y'all have a good one.